Hi, my name is Victoria Esser, and I'm going to be talking to you about polycystic ovarian syndrome, or better known as PCOS. Before we get into all to the facts, I'm going to just go into the past a little bit and explain some of it. Back in 1721, in an Italian city, an Italian scientist described a married, infertile woman to have shiny ovaries with a white, shiny surface, and the size of ovaries that were about the size of a pigeon egg. It was not until the early 1990s at a National Institute of Health sponsored conference on PCOS that formed diagnostic criteria were proposed and afterwards largely utilized. Many scientists tried to explain the pathology of PCOS, and many studies were made from it. It is now accepted that it is multifactorial and partly genetic, but it doesn't have to always be genetic. There are a number of different things that can cause PCOS. A number of candid genes have been postulated. Insulin resistance has been noted consistently among many women with PCOS, especially in those with hyperandrogenism, but it is not included in any of the diagnosis criteria anymore. I myself have PCOS, and I have the insulin resistant ones. So for me, I don't have all the growths and stuff that come with PCOS, but I can develop them. With PCOS, you can go through and have really high testosterone levels or really low testosterone levels. All of your different levels can just be really high or really low. I know many women, they will grow dark facial hair, they will lose hair, they gain weight. It is very hard to lose weight with PCOS. Um, you don't develop at the same pace as everybody. Your menstrual cycles could be late, they could be early, they could never come. You could be infertile, you could be over fertile, you could be fertile but just can't get pregnant. So, that is a lot of things that women do deal with when it comes to PCOS. I know for me, I deal with like the weight gain and the hair growth, but I have been put on metformin and spironolactone, which is what a lot of women get put on when they are on PCOS because it helps make your ovaries accept the insulin. And so then everything starts functioning more normally. The hair growth is controlled. The the hormones, the hair growth, your menstrual cycles will be controlled with some birth control, or your doctor might do what mine does. I'm on a continuous birth control, and that's also because I have endometriosis, but that's a whole other story. Uh, so that's a little bit about PCOS. There are many different types of PCOS. Like I said, I have the insulin resistant one. And then I know of another one that a family member has, and she actually gets cysts on her ovaries. And she has to go in every now and then and have the cysts removed before they burst because it can be extremely painful. With PCOS, you have to have, I mean, you don't have to, but it is ideal to have a strict regimen of time that you take your medicine to have the best outcome from it all. Uh, if you take it in the morning on a Monday, that means you should probably not take it on the evening of a Tuesday, just because there's that time difference of where the medicine's not in your system and your body will end up freaking out all on its own. PCOS is not something that, I cough and it floats in the air and somebody else can get it. It is, like I said, partly genetic. Um, there could be way down the line that your great 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 grandmother had PCOS and nobody knew, and then you have a little girl, boom, she has PCOS and is struggling with all of this. It is one of the most hardest hormone imbalance to diagnose. I was fortunate. I was diagnosed at 13 and a half, 14 years old, but I did not get treated correctly until I was almost 18. I had a very interesting doctor that did not want to listen, kept telling me that all the medicine was good and everything else was in my head, and it is not. It is something that you have to advocate for yourself because it is, I think it's like 13% is how often PCOS is affected in young women. Most people don't find out until they're in their early 20s, late 20s, and then the damage is already done, and there's no way to treat it. There's really no way to go through and lessen the side effects of PCOS. There is no cure for PCOS as of right now. There is only different types of treatments. Um, I have been told, and I have been reading and just like doing all this research for this class and for myself personally, it is believed that if a woman were to get pregnant while she does have PCOS, it could give that hormone boost that the body needs and could possibly restart your system in a roundabout way. And then, boom, when you're done being pregnant, you have your baby. There's a very good chance you won't have PCOS anymore.